Okay, I'd like to welcome you to Boss Strength. This is my third video for my YouTube channel, and I want to welcome you all here. I'm going to start out just by answering some questions and introducing you to everybody that's here training today. Again, usually we have a larger group, but today is kind of an intimate group, so it's working out nice. Again, my name is Art Boss. If you're just tuning in, please subscribe to my channel or at least like us. And if you have any comments, post them down below and we'll definitely try to get to all your questions. We do this at least once a week on Saturdays. This is when the Strongman training camp get together, usually about 11 o'clock on Saturdays. And we're here in South Jersey in the backwoods, and we love it and get our strongman training in. So guys, you want to come on over and I'll introduce you. This is a newbie, Charbel.
What's going on?
We want to welcome him he's going to just throw it in there, throw it into the ring today and train with us and get his training in. So
First time out here.
He's a first timey, and we welcome him. And Rick, Big Rick, he's works down at the casinos with all the big celebs. He's what do you call it?
Crowd control.
Crowd control. And as you can see, he's the battering ram that they send in when there's a problem. And you don't have to explain that. Tim, come on over. This is another newbie. Tim, welcome. Glad to have you. Any comments?
I've been doing this for a while now, I guess for a month with you.
Okay.
Definitely seen improvement a lot.
Cool. Yeah. And you weren't experienced before you started?
No, not at all.
You just jumped in and threw it in there and gave it a shot.
Yeah.
And you're doing great, and we welcome you and welcome you back. Glad to see you. And Justin.
What's up?
My man Justin, he's a regular, and he competes in the strongman contest and blows it up.
Yeah.
So I want to get to a question from John in Buna. He wants to know, what tips do you have to help me avoid getting overwhelmed by my fitness goals in 2020? And there's just two things really that I have, and that is keep it fun and keep it simple. If you don't, I know for me personally, if I don't keep it fun, I lose interest and it just becomes overwhelming. And if I don't keep it simple, then it just gets too complicated. And I've never been one for programs, and even though I'm a personal trainer and I stick to programs, I get very bored very quickly in a program, so I don't like to think numbers. I just always like to go to the gym or train fresh. So that would be, John, my two tips for you would be to keep it simple and keep it fun. And that being my answer, I want to just throw another personal trainer into the mix. Where's Charbel?
Right here.
And here's Charbel. What advice would you give people that are just setting their goals for 2020? And, you know, as most people do, they set them high. They want to achieve a lot, and they're very serious and they're very committed because they've kind of gotten out of sorts in the past year with the holiday eating and everything. Yeah. What would, like, you say would be two tips that you would recommend or keys to people achieving those goals?
2 tips?
Yep.
I would say it's good to have like those long-term goals, reach big, reach for the stars. It's good to have little step ladders, little increments along the way, make shorter, small-time goals as you go, just to make sure that you don't lose your morale. Make sure that you're still improving and you're keeping track of it on your way up to where you want to go. And also just make sure that you're doing stuff that you enjoy doing. It's got to be enjoyable. You can't dread going there. It's got to be something that makes you feel good, something that sits well with you.
Right. So not necessarily a program that somebody recommends that you think, wow, that's going to be the key to me achieving, like, big shoulders or big biceps, or, you know, and like a lot of programs that I've tried in the past, I always stumbled with tender wrists.
Yeah.
So I would try the barbell curls because they're the ultimate mass builder for arms, and I would always get stuck with a sore wrist, and I'd always have to back off. So if somebody has like a problem like that, you're saying just back off and go to something else that, you know.
Yeah, I mean, ideally you don't want to be in pain after. You want to be able to come back and keep doing it. It's more important that you do it more consistently over time. So whatever keeps you going more consistently. If you do 1 or 2 exercises or 1 or 2 days of working out and your body's completely beat up, you're not going to want to come back and keep going consistently.
Right, that's true. Yep. And I just keep checking to make sure that they can see you.
Right.
Now, Justin, if I could introduce you again.
Yeah, what's going on?
I just keep seeing if you're on camera. Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. So, to our viewers, you're a personal trainer, and you get a lot of complaints. You see a lot of people probably with a lot of problems.
Yeah.
And they probably have tried to do it on their own, and then they come in to see you because they've hit a wall, or they've got a problem.
Yeah.
So what's like one of the biggest problems that you run into?
So I work with a lot of people with injuries, and usually that's from just poor movement patterns and bad technique. So it's very important to keep it basic and take your time, progress slowly, because if you overreach, that's when you wind up getting hurt and you have to fight through injuries, and that can be very frustrating. So the biggest thing I find is everyone's hips are really too tight. So that's because everyone sits all day or sits in the car or watches TV. So you got to stretch your hip flexors and always make sure you're warmed up before you exercise, because nothing's worse than fighting through an injury. It just sucks.
And what's one of the common problems with the tight hip flexor? Like if somebody would have a sore low back, possibly?
Yeah, so hip flexors are really weird muscles because they connect on your spine and go diagonally through to the front of the hip. So you can get a lot of low back pain from that. You can get a lot of front hip pain because it can shift the femur forward in the socket, and that can cause more anterior pain. So there's a lot of things that can come from tight hip flexors, and it can be really hard to figure out. And usually it means your core is weak. So you got to figure out from start at the feet and start at the core. And those are 2 of the easiest ways to figure out what's wrong. And once you get your core caught up with the rest of your body, that's a very neglected area. That's how you can help avoid injuries and to get really strong really fast.
Cool. That's excellent advice. So, yeah, so hopefully those are just a couple questions that we're just trying to touch and cover, and hopefully they'll help you going into 2020 with some goals and some just ideas of how you want to get better. And, you know, hopefully this helps somewhat. So, you know, definitely to sum everything up, just keep it fun, keep it simple, keep, you know, small goals, don't overreach in your goals, and you know, keep posted. So, you know, we'll change our questions every week, address different physical issues and how to get through them, and hopefully just, you know, our goal is to guide you through 2020, giving you sound advice. And again, I'm a certified personal trainer, certified program designer, certified strongman trainer, certified nutrition coach. So, and Justin's a certified personal trainer, and Charbel, a personal trainer. So, and Rick is just a awesome bouncer, a really big dude. So yeah, so you're getting it from all sides, you know. So what we're going to do today, just to start things out and show you how we train, we're going to start with a farmer's carry, which I touched base in my last video, how you can throw it in a metabolic circuit. It works out real good. And even though you're throwing it in a metabolic circuit, you're getting a cardiovascular component, but you're also getting great trap development, upper back development, leg development, because it's that ground reaction force production. So it works out really well. And with a sled pull, of course, arm over arm sled pull, it's great for, especially with a 100-foot rope, which we're working with. It's really gets your biceps and your posterior delts and your upper back really smoking. So, you know, just the keys to this exercise are just to keep your eye on the rope. If you keep your eye on the sled, you're going to miss the rope, and the rope is going to swing back and forth, and you're going to lose contact with the rope. And then once you try to recoup that, it's really an uphill battle. So if you just keep your eye on the rope, it's going to work out a lot better. So who wants to go first? We are going to do the farmer's carry down and then the sled. So it's like
Always starting with the heavier or lighter.
it's whatever's up, it's up to you.
I'll take it downhill, guys. Don't worry.
I got this.
Nice. He's got good form. His shoulders are back. Usually the cases will telegraph your positioning. So if your shoulders are out of position, the cases will telegraph that. By telegraph, I just mean they'll dictate how your body is. Nice. Good job.
Don't worry, guys.
Yeah,
got
somebody
it.
want to grab that rope?
I got it.
If that's what you want to go with.
We'll see.
Now Tim's being real aggressive. He's starting with 130-pound cases, which are a little tough, but not undoable. Good job, Tim. Good job. Almost there. Nice.
Should I take it the way back?
You can. Now you got to pull that sled.
That was the easy part. Oh boy.
There it is.
Yeah, uphill's the worst.
Good job. You got it. Come on.
Sink your hips a little lower.
Nice.
Try to keep it a straight line, or else the sled's gonna wobble. There you go. Try to keep your chest up a little. There you go. Sit back. Good. Where's your body weight? Try to keep this up a little higher. More tension right here. So use your shoulder blades. Almost there.
As soon as you see it go like this, the box starts to go like this.
Take it slow. Don't stand up too high. Nice.
You want to throw another plate on there?
Do you guys want to do a 2-plate first, or what do you guys want to do?
Let me give the 2-plate a shot.
All right. I want to go down and get to the farmer's walk. Watch your toes.
Gave him all the pointers back, but
Yep, nice. There it is. Good job. Perfect.
Doing good.
I was telling him to keep his chest out, keep his thumbs.
You're right, keep going.
Yep.
Chest up, Damn point. Keep going. Chest up. Doing good. Almost there. Jump right in. Come on. Biceps pretty like no problem.
Now we'll usually do about 3 sets of these, so everybody will get in 3 each, and then we'll move on to the next. Kind of work our way up in weight and end with like our max weight for the last set. So we're just kind of gradually getting up to that and working our way in. To we don't really want to exhaust ourselves on this. It is a kind of like a metabolic circuit, so it definitely taxes you. So if we start with too many of these, the length of our workout will be shortened somewhat. So we usually don't start with these. These are a great finisher for us. We usually start with like deadlifts or something else and end with these. But today it's so nice out, we figured we get a little vitamin D while we're training. So, so again, subscribe to the channel, please, so you can get all the updates that we put out, and definitely like the page, and any comments, just put them down below and we'll answer them. Every Saturday we'll be out here at least, and bringing it to you, just changing up the exercises, and I'm sure there'll be questions like the farmer's carry. I kind of covered everything in my last video, but there will be questions that everybody has. It's impossible to cover everything, but whatever it is, feel free to shoot it to us, and we'll cover it. So I want to thank you again for watching, and we're just going to try to keep getting at it and get our exercise in. So thanks again for joining. So I am up, right?
Yeah, you're up.
When you guys can do it.
Come in April? Well, we were thinking about doing one in the middle, but April is definitely happening. And that's April 4th.
Is that 3 plates?
No,
Two.
it's 2. You want 3? Well, you want 3?
Your ego is empty. He's going for it.
I think the most I've done is 5.
Well, what happened to warm it up?
The most I've ever done is 5.
5 sucks.
Not bad.
I don't know, if I was at 4.5 or 5.5. Like, the whole uphill, so what do you know? That sucks.
I fell asleep in my car for like an hour.
Jesus.
Oh yeah.
I think I puked every time I've been here.
Oh, that's why you just weren't recovered yet. Yeah. Yeah. Where's your favorite puke spot here?
Right back there.
Side of the
Tree
house?
line.
Yeah. My go-to's behind the shed.
Yeah.
Wow, it's so much fun.
Feel it.
Oh, yeah.
Feel it in your stomach there. Your stomach.
Oh, yeah.
You know what always got me to yak is
Back drag? Yeah, it's because you get a
Have you
lot of
not thrown a
lactic acid.
smelling salt yet? Have
Huh?
you been here long enough to get a smelling salt thrown at you?
no.
No.
I mean, I've been doing it for. I've been going to Thursdays
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, shit.
for a while.
Damn, I got the F1 now.
Yeah, our game is a lot longer
Alright.
than the smelling salt.
Kurt knows most of the time I do this one. So.
Yeah, that's right. It's all good.
Oh, I didn't introduce you, Bear. It's my dog, Bear. Come here, Bear. There he is. There you are. There you are. Yeah. He's our mascot. Come on, Justin. Get it. Nice.
Three or four.
Oh, wait, shit. Who's up?
Me.
You want three?
No. I'm gonna be doing two.
Two? Alright.
And like I said, we're just gonna do 3 of these, and then cut it for today. But I just wanted to give you an idea with that. There we go. Give you an idea with the farmer's carries. Put them into a circuit and give you an idea how that looked. So again, I apologize for the camera, and hopefully this will help you out, you know, working them into your routine. And again, buckets are fine too. Just these buckets filled half with water, carrying one in each hand, and they work good too. And definitely if you want to make it harder, you can fill it higher, and then you have to watch your form a lot better so you don't spill the water. Or if you really want to advance it, if you're bored with the regular 2 buckets, just fill one halfway up and just carry 1 bucket, and just that works a lot more core because you have to stabilize. So just to make it more interesting, again, 2 buckets get boring sometimes if you've been doing them for a while, and you can do 1 bucket. Just walk down with 1 bucket and then switch hands, walk back with the other hand. So just a way to really make it harder and advance it without advancing weight. So just keeps it interesting. Again, that's what I like about Saturdays. Like this, we call this Strongman Saturday, and that's what really makes it interesting for me. Is just have a group of guys, or group of men and women that just push each other and kind of lift each other up and just help each other, and it really makes it a lot more fun. I get bored going to the gym by myself, and in that framework of a workout, it gets monotonous very quick. So I always look forward to Saturday and talking with people and encouraging each other, and it really just adds a fresh element to my training. And over the years, I've been doing this for about 10 years, it's really helped me prepare for contests and just really get in the best shape of my life. So that being said, I think I'm almost up. So like I said, we're gonna finish out 2 of these, and then if you have any questions, hook us up. Again, thanks for tuning in to Boss Strength. Appreciate it. Definitely subscribe. That way I can get everything out to you. It's free, and just lets me know that you're watching and that I'm just not talking to my phone. So.
You doing 4 next?
Yeah.
All right, cool. But you gotta wait your turn though.
Nice, Charles. Come on.
Let's go, Sherbert. Gosh,
Nice. Took your eye off the road, did you? Yeah.
Keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling. Almost, almost. 2 more big pulls.
He was halfway up and he started looking at his biceps, how they were blowing up.
He was like, wow. This is amazing.
See all that? I do that 10-yard yank.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm close enough.
And it's Europe, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah, because it's just so much fun.
I miss the results. I don't miss the.
Oh my God, my forearms are full of cement.
Okay, let's go, Big Rick.
That's funny. We got a big Rick and a big Ben now. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
we got a big Ben and a big Rick, and we got a big Herb Ben and a big Herb Rick.
Yeah, and we got double Big Ben. I always say, with little Ben, my Ben,
Yeah.
I always say it's time for the Big Ben show.
Gotcha.
And who's up after this, me?
Yes, you are. So, four's right there. You have to walk that shit down with you. How did I get the uphill again? Oh, damn it.
Oh yeah, I get the uphill, right? Oh, I gotta get the uphill.
Oh, don't bring your plate. Wait a minute. Whoa, don't bring your plate.
Okay.
I'm not walking it down for you. Thank you. Hi, Bear Bear.
Good boy.
Having fun yet? Yeah. Can you feel it, Mr. Krabs? Nice, Art. Nice. Big pulls.
Keep pulling. Let's go, keep going, keep going, keep going, don't stop. Nice.
Woo!
Solid.
Charbel was just saying how it works his forearms, and that is definitely a result or a byproduct of the rope pull. Forearms and bicep and rear delt and upper back. Yeah, so it's good stuff. So again, I just want to thank you for tuning in. I can barely talk because I'm so winded, but it's all good, and getting it in on this Saturday. So again, welcome to my channel, Boss Strength. Subscribe, like, hit us up with questions down below, and just thanks again for tuning in, and have a great weekend.